Good morning, everybody. This is Eureka John, and this is Eureka Street Crypto Hub. I'm Eureka John, and this is Eureka Street Crypto Hub. And I'm broadcasting live on Theta TV. I do this every morning, and Theta TV is a decentralized, well, not fully, it's pretty decentralized. Anyway, Theta Network is a lot of things, but it is a blockchain-based video streaming platform that is looking to focus on the entertainment industry and find its niche in there. It does run on an Ethereum virtual machine-like type of platform, and it basically allows everybody to run nodes and to share their bandwidth, and it eliminates bottlenecks in the video streaming content delivery network space. Not only that, but it also allows for NFTs and smart contracts, and I've even created my own Eureka token on this thing. Not that it's worth anything, but I just wanted to play around with it. So yeah, that's Theta Network, and I broadcast live on it every single morning. And this is my show. Basically, it's just a video blog, not any type of financial advice or any type of teaching materials or anything like that. I'm just kind of broadcasting and showcasing what I'm learning in crypto every single day, because there's always something new to learn in crypto every day. So I might be wrong about some stuff, or I've been right about some stuff too. And yeah, it's been fun. It's been interesting. I've been doing this since October 24th, 2020. And I'm just going to keep on going until I just get tired of it. And so far, so good. I'm not really tired of it. So that's basically what this is about. And yeah, so take it for a grain of salt. Whatever you will. So let's go over here to the coin Gecko and see what is up. And I'm not really shilling any one product or project or anything like that. I know crypto is kind of like, there's a lot of people that love their tokens. It's very tribalistic, and I guess it all started with this whole pandemic. Everybody kind of stuck at home, and the sports wasn't going on. So what else are you gonna do? People, Wall Street bets happened, and they had the GameStop that whole debacle, and a lot of people suddenly got into finance and stocks and crypto. And so what you have now is a lot of people that suddenly jumped into crypto. I mean, there were in 2017 when crypto blew up and it had that huge bubble. A lot of people then, but now it's just increased exponentially. And then now institutions are now involved in it. And so, yeah, like I said, crypto is very tribal, and everybody finds their pet project, and then they fully support it like a sports team. And in a way, DeFi has almost become like betting on your favorite sports team platform. And DeFi is decentralized finance, for those of you who don't know. But DeFi in a way, and crypto in a way, has allowed the power of finance and financial tools to be put into the average person's hands, and that were previously only allowed for accredited investors. You have to have $250,000 worth of assets in order to be able to even begin to think about investing in our product. No, crypto is not like that. So DeFi allows the average everyday John Q public to have the power of investing tools in their hands. So if they study enough, and I have too as well, and I've dug into this, you can use those powerful financial tools as well that are right now, the majority of them are based on Ethereum, but as we'll see in this video, other platforms are starting to build up their own DeFi platforms, DeFi products as well. Layer 2 solutions on top of Ethereum, which are faster and more scalable than Ethereum, but built to complement Ethereum. They are also lots of DeFi platforms are being built on layer 2 solutions. So yeah, some really interesting things are happening in that world. And then of course we have NFTs, which are built on, most of them are built on top of Ethereum right now, but other platforms are now beginning to build their own versions of NFTs, including Theta and Cardano right now. So yeah, stuff's growing and changing, and we are all new in this space. There's no such thing as an OG right now, unless you're Hal Finney, and Yeah, I mean, he's not alive, so rest his soul. But in Satoshi, we don't know who he is, or she is, or the group of Satoshi is, or whatever Satoshi is, the founder of Bitcoin. So yeah, we are all new in this space, and even Vitalik is he's the founder of Ethereum. Even he changes his mind about things, and and is learning as he goes along too. So yeah, so Bitcoin is at $48,010.23. Ethereum at $3,190.45. Cardano $2.82. Binance $477.64. Tether is a stable coin, so it's $1. XRP $1.13. The Doge 28 cents. Solana $101.26. Man, I was looking at buying this a while back when it was like $50. I just didn't want to spend $40 and $50 on that, and now I'm regretting it. So, but you know what? You can't jump into every single project that you think is good. And I do think Solana's good. Solana to me is going to take, like, Ethereum is everywhere right now, and it is kind of the godfather, the father of smart contracts, basically. Solana is so Ethereum. A lot of people start building all these DeFi products on Ethereum, but the thing is Ethereum 1.0 as it is, and we are merging into Ethereum 2.0, but it wasn't able to handle the traffic. It wasn't able to scale up enough to be able to handle the demand for all the products being built on Ethereum. So therefore, it's slow. So which is why we have layer 2 solutions, and we have all these other blockchains coming up with their own solutions, and one of these is Solana. And people used to say last year Ethereum killer was the buzzword. I don't think there's necessarily going to be any Ethereum killer. I think Ethereum is going to go more the route of the institutional space and work as the settlement layer for a lot of these DeFi applications and smart contracts and stuff like that, while you'll have a lot of these other blockchains around that are faster, quicker, more nimble, and whatever, and they're going to be complementing Ethereum, I think, in a lot of ways. And you see a lot of these blockchains building bridges to Ethereum, including Solana as one of them. You have Zilliqa building bridges. Theta has a bridge to Ethereum. Cardano has bridge to Ethereum. Tons of these projects. Polkadot has a lot of bridges to Ethereum. Everything is bridging to Ethereum as kind of the main source, or to at least be EVM compatible, because that's where most of the developers are. EVM is Ethereum Virtual Machine, and so a lot of the developers want to learn Solidity, which is the scripting language for Ethereum to build smart contracts with. And a lot of these other blockchain platforms, they have their own languages. Cardano has Haskell and whatever their scripting languages. I can't remember right off the top of my head. But I mean, a lot of these other languages, other blockchains have different languages. I know Zilliqa, they use Scilla. I think Cosmos uses Rust. But I mean, either way, they're making bridges and making it compatible with the Ethereum virtual machine, because the majority of developers want to learn Solidity because Ethereum is the biggest, most ubiquitous platform that's, and yeah, so I don't know. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. But okay, so USDC is $1. Polkadot is 25.06. Uniswap is 26.24. And Terra Luna is up at number 12. Man, I've been hearing a lot about Terra Luna. Over here in the Western Hemisphere, we don't get to hear as much about Terra Luna as the people over in the Eastern Hemisphere. This is originally kind of a Korean-based project, but it has a lot of stuff being built on top of it. Mirror Protocol, Anchor Protocol. It has the Chai token, and 1 inch Chai token, I believe, and just some other stuff just being built on top of it that's really powerful for DeFi, for payment services, all types of stuff. So watch out for Terra. I think it's going to be doing some pretty interesting stuff. I haven't bought any, but I might. So Bitcoin Cash 649.15, Litecoin 172.87, Chainlink 25.05. ICP 69.7, Polygon $1.39, and Theta Network 674. We projected there might be a little bit of some red action in Theta Network after they are unlocking some tokens from their Theta Network validators in order to be able to pay developers in order to be able to expand the space and create a bunch of new stuff that will be happening on this new Theta 2022 white paper. So they have to fund all that somehow, and what better way to fund it than from their own Theta Network validators? Unlock those vaults, pay those developers, pay the marketers, get it out there, and make Theta become more of a name than it already is in the entertainment space, and decentralize it more. The less Theta tokens that are locked up in the Theta Network validator vaults, the better, and the more decentralized it is, the better. So I totally support the move that they're doing, even though a lot of the community is grumbling because it doesn't really do good things for the price whenever you unstake it. But whatever, things like Theta, have Google, Samsung, and Sony behind it and stuff like that. And these are big movers, and they're slow movers, But once that train gets going fast, you're not going to be able to stop it. And it takes a while. So Theta's a long play, as I said in a couple of videos ago. Anyway, so today I wanted to focus on some buzzing I've been seeing recently, and I didn't really understand it or know what was going on, so I didn't talk about it because I was just busy with other stuff, and I didn't really, want to just jump into another subject without having covered what I wanted to cover. So here we go. Jack Dorsey discusses Square building a Bitcoin native DEX platform. Project lead shares insight. So as a lot of people may know, Jack Dorsey right here, the little elf of Gandor or whatever, he is really hot and heavy on Bitcoin, not so much on Ethereum. And he's the CEO of Twitter and the CEO of Square and the payment services. And he likes Bitcoin, but he hasn't really said anything more about it. And there's been murmurings of him maybe integrating Bitcoin into Twitter and all that. But on Friday, what day was this? This was 11 hours ago. Okay. CEO of Twitter and Square, Jack Dorsey, talked about the decentralized exchange Square is constructing, called TBD, or the TBD BTC DEX, the TBD Bitcoin DEX, decentralized exchange. So, first mentioned in July, Dorsey tweeted that the company has determined TBD's direction, and he has also shared a Twitter thread by Mike Brock, the TBD lead at Square. So, Jack Dorsey's been talking an awful lot about the next steps Square has been taking in order to craft a hardware wallet and decentralized exchange, a DEX, Bitcoin platform called TBD. Dorsey tweeted about TBD on Friday and shared commentary from the project's lead, Mike Brock. We've determined TBD 545-66975's direction. I guess that's the Twitter address. Help us build an open platform to create a decentralized exchange for Bitcoin. Dorsey tweeted the TBD's lead tweet that was shared said, "There's been a lot of speculation about what TBD is and isn't. Over the last few weeks, our team has been determining what needs to be determined. We wanted to finally share our direction. And we have some questions. We believe Bitcoin will be the native currency of the internet. While there are many projects to help make the internet more decentralized, our focus is solely on a sound global monetary system for all, but including requires a few pieces we think are missing." So they want to build a decentralized exchange on Bitcoin. How does that work? There's been some controversy on Twitter about it, and Chris Bleck, who I follow, I think his opinions, I like a lot of his opinions, actually. He's kind of a DeFi watchdog. Okay, so here, Ethereum DeFi maximalists shiting on Jack's attempt to encourage DeFi on Bitcoin is a little pathetic. Ethereum spent so much time explaining to Bitcoiners that working to shut down innovation on other chains is counterproductive. Now ETH heads are doing the same thing. Now, I'm kind of an ETH head, I have my Twitter handle is eurekajohn.eth, I mean, that's not my address, but that's my name on Twitter, eurekajohn.eth. So I'm obviously for a lot of things Ethereum does. But I can kind of understand this Bitcoin maximalists have just been completely annoying. They don't have any type of rational way to explain their maximalism other than, if you don't 100% buy into everything Bitcoin does all the time and only invest in Bitcoin, and you actually invest in other coins that they call shite coins, then you're just dumb. And I don't think maximalism of any kind is the right way to go. So, but a lot of people are saying, and then now, okay, the problem is a lot of Ethereum maximalists are saying, well, on Bitcoin, what's this DEX going to include? It's obviously not going to include what all these Bitcoin maximalists are calling shite coins. So what is this DEX going to have? This decentralized exchange on Bitcoin? Well, basically, it's going to just allow a fiat on-ramp. And that's kind of what I'm reading here. Rather than being from crypto to crypto, it'll be from fiat, like dollar or euro or yen, to Bitcoin. So, solving current issues and removing barriers to entry. Brock further said that in order to get Bitcoin, there are centralized and custodial services like Square's Cash App or Coinbase. He detailed that these problems can have issues and are not distributed evenly around the world. Yeah, they have issues. First, you don't own the keys to your crypto. And then second, all these centralized exchanges, the second there's any type, like a major price movement or anything going on in the market, they always seem to shut down. Like Coinbase is notorious for this. Anyway, Brock insists this is the problem TBD aims to solve, and the platform's goal is to make it easy to find a non-custodial wallet anywhere in the world through a platform to build on and off ramps into Bitcoin. So you can think about this as a decentralized exchange for fiat, Brock added. So it's not really a DEX, as in like Uniswap, or some of these other ones where you swap crypto to crypto back and forth in a decentralized manner, and you keep the keys to your wallet, and there's an automated market maker that you can provide liquidity to, and as a user, and get a share of those transaction fees. This is more of kind of a fiat dollar to Bitcoin type of on-off ramp. Because previously, unless you use something like BISC, which is a real pain in the ass, honestly, you have to go through a centralized exchange for the most part, unless there's Bitcoin ATMs, but I have found with those Bitcoin ATMs that the fees are really high, and they basically give you a Q code that you have to scan, and then basically go through KYC and all that, know your customer BS and showing your ID and all that stuff to sign up for something in order to be able to receive that Bitcoin. I'm like, I would have just gone on my desktop to do that. I wouldn't have gone to a Bitcoin ATM, So, yeah, that's kind of what I've been finding with those Bitcoin ATMs. So, Twitter or Jack Dorsey and TBD, the company for this platform, is trying to solve this issue to make an easy on-off ramp in a non-custodial manner where you own the keys to your crypto, and to not have to go through all these centralized exchanges to do so. The problem with centralized exchanges, though, has been anti-money laundering laws and KYC, know your customer laws and stuff like that. So I'm not really sure how they're going to get around that. Anyway, they said, as we said, this platform will be entirely developed in public, open source, open protocol, and any wallet will be able to use. No foundation or governance model that TBD controls. Permissionless or bust. And so Brock also mentioned that levering platforms like RSK in order for this to be Bitcoin native top to bottom. The Lightning Network is also mentioned in Brock's tweet storm, alongside saying that there needs to be a solution for exchange infrastructure between digital assets like stablecoins. Dorsey's other team of developers at Blue Sky are also in the midst of creating a decentralized social media service that someday Twitter will adopt. Okay, there's that. I looked into RSK as well, but before I do that here, let's look at the Cointelegraph's take on it. Jack Dorsey discusses plans to build a decentralized exchange for Bitcoin. All right. TBD, developing a non-custodial, permissionless, and decentralized financial services business whose primary focus is Bitcoin. According to project leader Mike Brock, a unit of Square, the payment services, aims to make it easy to fund a non-custodial wallet anywhere in the world through a platform to build on and off ramps into Bitcoin. The business said it wants the decentralized exchange to be Bitcoin native, top to bottom, as well as completely open source and permissionless, with no foundation or governance model that TBD controls. Our idea for the fiat DEX is something the end user shouldn't even need to know is there, and any wallet or service can integrate with, said Brock, adding that the exchange would be in compliance with anti-money laundering and know your customer laws. So there's that. And then over here, Bitcoin is the key to the future of Twitter, Jack Dorsey says. So he wants to integrate Bitcoin into Twitter somehow. And the CEO explained that to investors, a lot of Bitcoin-enabled innovations is above just currency. Wait. A lot of Bitcoin-enabled innovation is above just currency to be had. That's a weird sentence. As Twitter is committed to decentralized social media and provide more economic incentives. He noted that Bitcoin is one of the 3 key trends for Twitter's future alongside AI and decentralization. I think it's hugely important to Twitter and to Twitter shareholders that we continue to look at this space and invest aggressively in it. So he's obviously, super into Bitcoin, and he's not really into any like Ethereum type of stuff. One thing that was mentioned in here is RSK being a key component and to the future of all this stuff going on with Bitcoin here on Square and utilizing RSK. So what is RSK? RSK is a way to enable smart contracts onto Bitcoin. So while blockchain is still viewed as an immature concept, thanks to its ongoing evolution, the blistering pace of change and new solutions emerging daily are helping to offset some of the drawbacks of this novel approach to decentralization. Most of the focus has been put on cryptocurrencies, largely due to their rapid appreciation in value, which has led to rampant speculation. However, the actual value of the solutions themselves, when it comes to matching their ambitions, leaves much to be desired. Hold on, let me go in here. Oh, what's up, Metanoia? Thanks for jumping on. I just wanted to open up the chat window here. I forgot about it, to be honest. So, let me go over here and get this sucker pulled up. Okay. All right. Anyway, back to it. Take Bitcoin, for example, in its early stages. Bitcoin was envisioned to improve cross-border transactability with better speed and lower costs, replacing dated systems with a new decentralized version of currency freed from institutional oversight. What has transpired since has shown that Bitcoin on its own does not necessarily have the potential to transform the world in the way originally imagined. Although Bitcoin may never be able to live up to its aspirations, the incorporation and adoption of SegWit meant that it could one day see its potential match the accompanying hype. SegWit was a way to scale Bitcoin. It was an attempt at it by rearranging some of the transaction signatures and putting them at the end of the transaction to allow more transactions to be put on a block and stuff like that. So anyway, I don't want to go into the weeds about SegWit because it doesn't really have much to do with it. It just kind of shows that they're making attempts to scale Bitcoin. So anyway, one valuable solution storming onto the scene is RSK, an open source platform hosting smart contracts for the Bitcoin network akin to those first implemented by Ethereum. Smart contracts are an extremely powerful tool and by far one of the most valuable innovations associated with blockchain, thanks to the ability to create deals between two parties without the need for an intermediary. So why do smart contracts matter? At their core, smart contracts could be the real momentum behind the crypto revolution, considering their appeal as a contract automation solution designed to reduce overheads. Numerous cases have already emerged with industries far and wide to find relevant applications for the nascent concept. In Bitcoin's case, platforms like those built by RSK take on a new level of importance because they ultimately shift the focus of Bitcoin from an asset for speculation to a viable currency solution. One of the major complaints associated with Bitcoin is the sluggishness of confirmation and the high price of transacting on the network. RSK seeks to overcome these concerns with smart contracts by accounting for scalability thanks to the capability of processing 400 transactions per second. Plans are already in the works to eventually expand that capacity to 2,000 transactions per second by incorporating Lumino, a system designed to compete with the Lightning Network in terms of speed. Furthermore, block confirmation will take 10 seconds, unlike the current 10 minutes associated with Bitcoin, giving users a robust mechanism for exchanging and transferring value at substantially reduced costs. By bringing certain transactions off-chain with the sidechain functionality promoted by RSK, Bitcoin will be able to compete in the services arena, ultimately helping improve its long-term viability and usefulness. Furthermore, it could help erode Ethereum's dominance in the smart contract arena. I don't think it's going to erode Ethereum's dominance in the smart contract arena, but it is interesting to see. I got double sound here. Oh, let's see what's going on. Well, test, yeah. Audio. Okay. This might work. I don't know. Let's see here. Is that the reverb that people have mentioned? Maybe so. Okay, so let's see here. So where was I? Okay. Anyway, so they're enabling smart contracts, and they talk about the problems with some of the smart contracts, and does RSK threaten Ethereum's smart contract hegemony? No, it does not. As a result, many startups interested in capitalizing on blockchain's momentum flock to the platform thanks to its perceived malleability. So this is basically an example on Ethereum 1.0 how smart contracts got clogged up, and they cite CryptoKitties as their example. CryptoKitties completely clogged up the Ethereum internet with the introduction of NFTs and smart contracts. And more recently, Stoner Cats. So, yeah, I don't know exactly why they're citing CryptoKitties, but it's saying one of the biggest benefits of a second layer solution like RSK is that it operates on a side chain, meaning that it does not sap processing power from the main chain like Ethereum-based applications. Okay, so RSK does not operate specifically on Bitcoin. It operates on the side in a lot of ways that the layer 2 solutions do for Ethereum. CryptoKitties is a layer 1 NFT smart contract, and it clogged up the Ethereum layer 1. Since then, we've developed layer 2 solutions. But as you saw recently on Stoner Cats, that was also on layer 1, and that also created problems. And a lot of new people entering the space who wanted to invest in the Stoner Cats NFT lost their money on the gas charges as they were trying to buy them because they didn't get approved because they got outbid. So anyway, RSK on top of Bitcoin would be a sidechain, almost like a layer 2 solution for Bitcoin, kind of. Miners are incentivized to participate through the merge mining feature, which enables Bitcoin miners to mine for both chains simultaneously, attracting more participants to the idea. So this is an incentive for the Bitcoin miners to jump onto this RSK deal here. I mean, I've seen some things that Bitcoin's been trying to do. They've tried to do block stacks. Lightning Network has been not super successful yet. You know, then segregated witness only helped out the scalability issue like that much. You know, not a whole lot. But you know, there's been a lot of these attempts to try new things on Bitcoin, and we'll see if this picks up steam. One of the most prominent aspects of RSK is its focus on security, using monetary bounties to help appeal to developers, hackers, and security professionals to identify vulnerabilities so the system can improve overall security for its numerous stakeholders. Although it may not necessarily cause an extinction moment for Ethereum, RSK does address many of the associated vulnerabilities, helping propel it as a viable form of competition. A lot of people think in terms of competition all the time. Why does everybody got to compete with each other and not just, like, you know, be compatible with each other and work together? You know, the Bitcoins and Ethereums can work together. Layer 2 and Layer 1 solutions can work together. Other blockchains can work with Ethereum on a smart contract platform. It doesn't always have to be about competition, you guys. You know, like all these articles and stuff I see, it's always like they're trying to pit somebody against somebody else, you know. Oh, we got a competition going on here. No, man, this is all development of the space. This is, you know, we're all moving through this together. And I'll cite this here. It kind of just gives you a little rundown on what segregated witness is. I'll go back over here to my old, you know, trusty, where is it? My trusty transaction street here. Oh, of course it can't be reached. So, whatever. All right, so I'll leave that off. But anyway, there's the RSK website. I went to it, and I checked it out. And identity is one of the things that they do, but let me go back to the home page where I was. All right. decentralized sharing economies built on RSK. So this is going to be the side layer of Bitcoin where you can begin to do smart contracts, because that was one thing that Bitcoin did not have that Ethereum has had, and given the Ethereum the advantage, and why Ethereum has been built out. And Bitcoin has kind of been relegated as a store of value, as kind of the foundation of the internet money, you know, and Ethereum was going to be where all the programs are built on, you know, the smart contract. People would say you could technically build a smart contract or whatever with a Texas Instruments scientific calculator, right? But why would you do that when you have Ethereum? But now with this RSK infrastructure framework, you can build smart contracts. So it is possible. So maybe this is kind of a defining moment. I don't know. Anyway, our goal, decentralized sharing economies, are collaborative marketplaces where individuals interact on a peer-to-peer basis, coordinated by immutable smart contracts. RIF's goal is to enable decentralized sharing economies to flourish in order to empower and protect the value of individuals. Yada yada yada. RIF marketplace is where the marketplace is where service providers connect with potential customers and users can consume available services. RSK infrastructure framework services. Built on top of RSK, RIF is creating the building blocks to construct fully decentralized internet that enables decentralized sharing economies. RIF services empower and protect the value of individuals through identity, payment, storage, communications, gateway services, and marketplaces. So yeah, they got a whole ecosystem of stuff and a bunch of tools, you know, identity, payment, storage, gateways, communications, a lot of things that Ethereum currently does, you know, and that people are building these applications on top of Ethereum. There's a stack, the developers portal, the roadmap, Slack, the RIF token. I did not know that there was a token, so that's interesting. And then learn, blog, and we'll just watch this quick little introductory video and see what happens here.
The financial system has left billions excluded or underserved, and the internet has not been able to protect users' privacy. The world needs a change, and there is hope. Bitcoin created the basis for a decentralized financial system to empower individuals, and RSK made it fully programmable, enabling a peer-to-peer internet. Imagine if we could rebuild an internet fully decentralized as it should have been in the first place. Imagine a world where all citizens can transfer value instantly and almost for free. Imagine a world where users control their digital identities. Imagine a world where you can store and own data. Imagine a world where you can communicate freely and with total privacy. Imagine a social network where you are fully in control of your identity and data. Imagine a world where open access platforms enable individuals around the globe to exchange information, value, and service.
I don't know what happened to the video.
Imagine
but okay.
Internet.
Anyway, you know, total market speak. Imagine this, imagine that. I don't know how to stop this video. Where is it?
Built on top of RSK and Bitcoin.
It just disappeared on me. Okay, anyway, you get the point. So yeah, just an entire side platform enabling pretty much just about whatever Ethereum would. So anyway, yeah, you know, I've learned through all this stuff, only really fully believe it when it actually comes out. And so far, from what I've seen, all these apps on Ethereum are what is actually coming out. So Cardano has a lot of promise, but it hasn't actually come out with anything that I can see yet. There's a lot of academic peer papers. And then Bitcoin, you know, has had Lightning Network, but it's kind of not as widely used and as how can I be polite about this? not as amazing as a lot of people purport it to be, and it's kind of just the default argument. So, I don't know. I just results, and this looks amazing. So let's see where it goes to. And once we start seeing results, then I will follow up on my conclusion. So, all right. That being said, I got to get on with my day and do my deal and get to work. Time to get up, get to work. And I hope you guys have a good day. And we'll come back to this, to RSK, and see what happens. And we'll come back to Bitcoin and Jack Dorsey and all this stuff. And, a lot of people, sitting here yelling and screaming about what they think, whether they think this is good or not. So, people saying that Jack Dorsey's a hypocrite and talks out of both sides of his mouth. And then other people saying, no, this is a great thing. You're just a maxi. So I don't know, man. Just a lot of opinions flying around. All right. Well, that being said, yeah, you guys have a good day. Thanks, Metanoia, for jumping on again. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Bye.